Hey guys, I'm on my way to go pick up my LTD M-1000 Deluxe. I just had it set up, and that's because I had the strings, the gauge changed on it. I went from 1046 to 942, so we're going to pick that up. I've got it back, guys. My LTD M-1000 Deluxe. You've seen this guitar on countless videos, countless YouTube videos. Those of you who have been following me for a while. I know some of you have been going through my backlogs, going back and seeing my older videos. And thank you, by the way. I appreciate that. I've seen that in a few comments. But yeah, I've had this guitar since about 2010. I love this guitar. Man, it's just, it just plays effortlessly. So anyway, I got it set up. I just got it out of the shop, and I had a setup done on it because I decided to change the string gauge. And I'm gonna talk about that. I'm gonna tell you why I changed string gauges at the end here. But first, I'm gonna stop talking. I've got to play this guitar. So if you can bear with me just for a few minutes here, let's play. Okay, let's jam, and then I'll tell you why I changed the string gauge. That was a lot of fun. I needed to get that out because I haven't played this guitar in about a week. All right, so I just want to give a quick shout out to the folks at Dark Horse Music in Plant City, Florida. The owner Mike there, they did a phenomenal job setting up this guitar, and this is the guitar I probably play the most out of all my guitars, which I don't have that many guitars, but I still play this one the most. So it plays beautifully. It plays awesome. So if you live in the Plant City, Florida area, or if you're ever in that area, stop by Dark Horse Music, check them out. They're awesome people. No, this is not a sponsored video. I'm just being cool and just giving a well-deserved shout out. All right, so why did Jason change string gauge? So I stuck with Elixir's Nano Webs, which I've been using those strings forever. I mean, I've got some other packs sitting on the floor over here, and that's just the strings I prefer to use. Every time I've switched strings, I'm like, where's my Elixirs? And no, that's not sponsored either, although I wish it was, because maybe I'll reach out to them, because I'm a big advocate for their strings. So that's not really the point here, though. The point is I changed the gauge, which is why I had the guitar set up. I suck at guitar setups, guys. I really do. And I know I should be better at it after playing, you know, guitar and music for over 30 years. I should be really good at this, but I'm just not. If I'm changing string gauges, which I rarely ever do, I've had 10s on this, 10 through 46, the lights. I've had those strings on this guitar forever, that gauge anyway. So I decided to go down though, because I just had my Ibanez. You guys know I've got my RG over here. I'll let you see it real quick, the Prestige RG 1570. And I just had this set up as well, because I had some work done on it. And I went to 9 through 42, the super lights. And after playing it, it's like, oh my God, this is just so much better for me. So I decided to have my LTD, my M-1000 Deluxe, changed out. One of the main reasons is I'm a little older now. I mean, I'll be 46 next month in May. And what I've noticed is your hands do take kind of a beating over the years. So a lighter string gauge is a little bit easier to play. And I was actually reading something from Joe Satriani. Joe Satriani was actually talking about this. It's just the lighter strings are easier on your hands. Now, this primarily pertains to lead guitar players, which I play rhythm, yeah, we play it all, but when you play a lot of guitar solos, you're doing a bit more movement, okay? So it's more movement and kind of more wear and tear on your fingers. So I went to a lighter gauge for that reason, because the strings just bend a lot easier. And I don't know, I just like it. You know, I know a lot of metal players play with heavier gauge strings. Now, of course, some of you folks like to down tune, so naturally you're gonna have heavier gauge strings on there for that, so they're not floppy or what have you. But I don't know, it's just easier to play now, and it's a little bit more comfortable. And I've never, I've played with heavier strings before, heavy strings versus lighter strings. I've never really noticed that much of a tone difference. I know some people talk about that, but I personally have never noticed that much of a difference. Maybe a slight difference, but not enough to matter to me, at least. So, and I want to just kind of put this out there. I'm not saying that you guys should switch to light strings or super light strings. You shouldn't. Not just because I'm doing it. If you play with heavier strings, by all means, if that's what's comfortable to you, stick with that. I don't ever want to come on here and say, hey, this is what Jason's doing, so you have to do it too. You guys know me, that's not me. But I just like to share what I'm using with you guys, and then maybe share why I use certain things, because these kind of things are just good to know. It may help you. It may be like, okay, well, let me try what Jason's doing, and maybe it works for you, maybe it doesn't. I mean, it's okay if it doesn't, but I just wanted to share that with you. That's the main reason why, though. It's just a little bit easier on the hands. And I have, like, this past year, I have felt some joint pains, and I think a lot of that too is because I'm on the keyboard a lot. I type a lot. I run my own business, so I do much more than just play guitar. I'm constantly typing on the keyboard. So I am taking a supplement, a collagen supplement now. I started taking that, so I'm hoping that helps with some of the minor, very minor joint pains that I've been having. So I won't get into all that, but I am doing some things to kind of help with that. But yeah, I just noticed that, the lighter strings are just easier on my hands, just easier to play and a little bit more effortless, and especially playing leads and doing all the bends that I do and that sort of thing. So it just feels a lot better to me. So that's really the primary reason why I changed. Really, that's the only reason, to be honest with you. I said reasons, and I was sitting there trying to think, like, what's another reason? I really don't know. That's just it. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap this up. I hope you liked this video. Please like it. Please give it a thumbs up. Remember, if you don't have my practice guide already, Metal Riffs and Licks, grab a copy of that. There's a link in the description of this YouTube video. And I've also got a link to my latest metal guitar course. It's a rhythm course called Metal Riff Master. I know a lot of you watching are already in that course and just having a blast. I've gotten so much awesome feedback from you, so thank you for that. But if you haven't checked that out, there's a link to that as well. But do sign up for the free guide first before you do anything. I want you to sign up for that because that's a freebie that I give away to all my YouTube subscribers, and I want you to have that. So guys, thank you so much. Also, leave a comment below. Tell me what gauge strings that you use, and maybe the brand as well, and why you use them. I'd like to know that. That's always like really good conversation in the comments, you know. So guys, thank you so much. Until the next video, as always, keep it metal.